as soon as they could. How you doing? How you holding up? Considering. Have you eaten? Why are you so calm?
I spoke to Mama.
Hey, you are not sick like she is or like my mother. I want you to know that.
You know, maybe Addie's kind of sickness isn't so bad, you know?
Don't go there, okay?
No, in her own simple way, Mama really helped me come to a giant revelation.
What do you mean?
Well, we were discussing how Todd tore me apart at the hearing.
Never gonna forgive him for what he did.
That's because you don't understand, Kelly.
That was a despicable performance, even for Todd.
No, it wasn't. It was noble.
Blair, no. No, stop talking like that. There'll be no doubt you belong in here.
Jeez. What'd you do that for?
Leave these premises immediately.
Does the state licensing commissioning know you got a big stick?
Oh, I don't use this on the patients, just on interlopers.
Great. That doesn't work. What do you do, shock treatment?
Please leave. You have no business here.
Oh, no, I got business here. I'm a big shot newspaper guy. There's a high-profile story in there. Here, call my girl. She'll messenger over my ID.
Your girl. I know exactly who you are, Mr. Manning.
Good. Then you don't need to see my credentials.
Your credentials mean nothing to me. We protect our patients from the likes of you. The only way you can go through those doors is over my dead body.
To me, you're just a lady in a funny-looking dress, so you got to get out of the way.
You're not welcome here.
I'm going to see that patient whether you like it or not.
Blair Kramer? I don't think so, Mr. Manning. You don't happen to be on the list.
Well, there must be some kind of a mistake.
And even if you were, Miss Kramer already has a visitor. She's only permitted one at a time at the moment.
What, like a boy visitor?
Oh, please.
Well, could you at least tell me if she's doing okay?
She's doing all right, under the circumstances.
She gets shrunk yet? I had to get shrunk once. It took like an hour.
Really, that long?
Yeah, well, I was much crazier than she is now. So when's she going to get out?
I'm not at liberty to discuss that with you.
Okay, look, if you make an exception in this case, I'd be more than happy to make a generous donation to your synagogue. You could get a whole new set of whipples.
Wimples. Look, Mr. Manning, I have read the newspaper that you publish. I have seen what you have written about Miss Kramer. I will not permit you to treat her like that again. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Kind of a guy you think I am.
One whose soul is in dire need of saving.
Just want to make sure she was okay.
Are you going to leave peacefully, or do I have to call the police?
Yeah, I've always wanted to... I never got it, you know? I mean, what kind of advice is climb every mountain?
Mr. Manning.
Okay. Sister Agnes.
Mr. Manning.
On the witness stand and testify to all those things that Hank never even asked him.
Because he's a malicious, vindictive man.
Well, I thought that too. And then Mama helped me figure it out.
Hey, I know Addie can be surprisingly insightful, but still, she doesn't...
And she was this time. Todd did exactly what he was planning to do.
Yeah. You get no argument there.
It was calculated, Kelly. It was calculated to get me off, and it worked. He got up there, made everybody believe that I was crazy. At the same time, made it look like he was totally out of control. Kelly, when have you ever known Todd to do anything that wasn't deliberate?
Are you kidding me?
He got the judge to think that I was crazy. He testified that I was seeing red, that I was talking to my mama when she wasn't there, that I was out of control and confused at the church. He got it all on record for me.
Do you actually believe that was his plan?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Blair.
Kelly, Todd has been trying to prove his love for me ever since our aborted wedding. And you know what? He finally did. Don't you see?
You know what, if you say so. I'd like to know, one thing, though. How do you plan on dealing with it?
I don't know what I'm going to do about it, Kelly. I'm just still so floored by what Todd did for me. I'm still trying to figure out what it means for us.
Us, as in you and Todd.
Don't you get it? Don't you see how Todd proved that he cared for me, even though that I'm having Max's baby?
You're not. You're having his.
Exactly.
Okay, now you're confusing me.
Well, Todd doesn't know that I'm having his baby, and he still helps me. You know what that proves? What it means?
Yeah, that Todd's an unpredictable maniac.
No. That he's my hero, and he kept me from prison, Kelly.
Claire, I am not as convinced as you that the courtroom performance was an act of heroism on his part. I believe he meant what he said. And, reality check, if he didn't, he still sent you to prison in the first place. Look, whatever happened in the courtroom, he just undid whatever he did before. He did it because he loves me, Kelly. Honey, stop it. Stop having these kind thoughts towards him and these warm and fuzzy feelings. Stop. You don't need to have him anywhere near you. Now let's just play cards or whatever is around here. They have, see, cards.
I don't want to play cards.
Well, you're playing cards. I'm playing Crazy Eights because it's the only thing I know how to play.
Look, I know that you will never believe that what Todd did at the courtroom was to save me, but I'm telling you right now, it was intentional, it was deliberate, and I know that as sure as I'm having his baby.
Great, so you've decided you love him.
I haven't decided anything, Kelly. I just said that he loves me, all right? I tell you what I do. I owe him for my freedom.
You're not free. You're committed.
Just for a while. Do you understand what he did for me? And how am I paying him back? By not letting him know that I'm having his baby? I mean, does he deserve that?
Yeah.
No, he does not.
You know what? I know exactly what you're doing. I know exactly why you're trying to make this whole horrible experience into a positive one.
Oh.
And why you're going to try to make that man into some knight in shining armor.
You do? When did you suddenly become Ray Cummings?
Well, Stark can figure this one out.
Oh, well, why don't you enlighten me, Miss Dr. Psychobabble?
You love fairy tales. You always have. You want a Cinderella ending. You would love to see Todd, Star, and the baby just so they're all happily together for the rest of your life.
Yeah, well, what's wrong with that, huh? What's wrong? What did you play?
I am.
That was mine. Let's see why you're in such a twist about everything. Right, there's that one. Play.
Fantasy, isn't it? You and Todd living happily ever after. Picket fence, flowers in the front yard.
No, you don't know what this will mean to Todd.
I nailed it. I know that I'm right. You want this one big happy family. You, Star, Todd. Sister, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but my cousin and I are trying to have a private conversation. Is there something wrong?
What's going on here, Sam? Who are you trying to protect?
What is the plan? What are you and Asa going to do to Max?
My cousin and I are looking for a little privacy. Would that be possible?